Hello and welcome, and in this video we will just assemble the Kino, the tablet, set up the base computer and install the programs. So first, I assume you have a computer ready to go. Could be any computer, just to download programs. The base computer that controls the let's see, the hologram projector. I haven't tested the system requirements for it, but I think maybe tier 2 would be okay. The only limiting factor is the memory, depending on how intense the scan is. If it's a bunch of blocks, then a bunch of data will be stored in the memory. So that's the only limiting factor there. Anyway, let's start by installing all the software first. So first you need to have OpenUS installed on your computer. And we will start with the EEPROM. So if you have OpenOS installed and you have a EEPROM for the drone, you will type in the following command. And there we go, and my talk key is my Z key. Anyway, so Bootloader.lua, that is the bootloader which we install to the EEPROM. So we will type flash bootloader to flash the program into the EEPROM. So as you can see, we have created a new EEPROM with the label Kino V1. The label could be anything, but yeah, you just input the brand new EEPROM, replace the old one, and just do what I just did. The code for pastebins will be in the description of this video. Okay, so we have one thing done. We have the Kino itself, the program for it. We will need the hologram program. And the hologram program is now installed on this computer. And for the next one, we will do the update Kino program. And this program, you need to have OpenOS installed on another hard disk drive. So if you have a tier 3 case, then you can have 2 drives here. And install it again. So we will install OpenOS on this drive right here. And there we go, OpenOS is installed on the drive. So now that we have that done, let's turn it to daytime again. I will also hook up this as well, like that. Okay, now let's start building the drone. So the drone itself needs a tier 2 case, so it can hold all the components. It also needs free upgrades, so it needs to be a minimum tier 2 case. So let's start with the upgrades. Obviously we need a chunk loader, because otherwise the drone will just die on the other side. However, right now sorry, the program, or rather the chunk loader doesn't really work at the moment. So you could actually do with a tier 1 case for now at least, but so what I mean by that is if you, when the drone restarts on the other side of the gate, in the previous video it restarts, right? And in that millisecond where it is off, the chunk loader is also off. So nothing will happen, which is kinda sad. And I looked into some documentation about this, and if you use another variable called computer shutdown true, it should prevent that, but it doesn't. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyway, chunk loader upgrade if you want. Battery upgrade, because you need battery for the drone, and the geolyzer, because you need it for scanning. The wireless network cards, I do a tier 2 because it can fit a tier 2. You can do with a tier 1. Only limiting factor here is that depending on where you have placed the base computer, if it's close to the gate you can go with a tier 1. If it's far away from the gate, go with a tier 2, since tier 1 only reaches 16 blocks away. So if you're more than 16 blocks from the gate, use a tier 2 card instead. And for the processor, you can only put a normal T1 in there. We have the Kino V1 that we made. Memory tier 1.5. Yeah, it can't fit anymore. So this drone is maxed out, so assemble. Curiosity, that's a good name. And the drone is assembled. So now we will assemble the tablet. And I like a lot of batteries for my tablets, so I always go for a tier 2 tablet. I think you kind of need it for the upgrade, right? Yeah. So batteries and a keyboard, a card container upgrade. I will return on that later. CPU, I go for the highest because I can. It's not that expensive to make good CPUs in Opencomputers. Memories, highest we can. A Lua BIOS EEPROM, so a regular one. Graphics card, I'll go for a tier 3, but you can go for a tier 2 if you want. Same here. A wireless network, I usually go for tier 2. The hard disk that we have installed, pre-installed with OpenOS, and assemble. And you notice we did not put the internet card in there. That's because we put the upgrade card in there. So if you shift, you can place the internet in there. So now I have 3 cards. So this tablet is ready to go. We will install the last piece of software on this tablet. So let's go. And it is done. So right now, if I run the Kino uploader, nothing will happen. Well, except downloading the Kino file from Pastebin. That is because we haven't set down the drone, but it also needs to be run one time and also short. There we go. It needs to be run one time in order for it to set its wake message, and then you can shut it down again. So it needs to be run one time with the Kino EEPROM inside it. That's the only requirement, otherwise it won't work. So right now we can start it up again, and you can see it's awake, and it will oh wait. We missed something. Let's try it again. The base station needs to be active. Let's try it again. There we go. And it will download the tablet. Oh, there we go. And it has launched into the tablet program. And yeah, now it's done. Easy peasy. Yeah, I don't know what else I can show you. I guess I can do a manual scan. Switch to manual and start scanning the surrounding area. But yeah, the link to all the codes will be in the description. It will be called the bootloader code, the hologram code, and the Kino tablet code. As you can see. Oh, excuse me. I've been a bit sick lately from the flu. But yeah, it works. Any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if the links go down somehow, just ask me for a new one. Okay, that was everything.